From the outside, it looked almost complete, but inside, everything was about to change. Having a shell was only the beginning. Now a different kind of work started. I began with the electrical wiring. What I thought would take a day stretched into several. Drilling through each metal stud forced me to slow down. The thickness of the structure, something I had chosen months before, made itself known at this stage. While routing cables, I also reinforced the roof framing. Every hidden layer matters, especially the ones no one will ever see. Insulation came next. With each piece of mineral wool installed, the cabin felt less exposed. Measure, cut, fit. Simple steps, repeated dozens of times. The hollow echo inside began to fade. For the first time, it felt like a space that could hold warmth. Not just heat, but presence. Outside, the sky shifted colors without asking anything in return. Moments like this reminded me why this place matters. Once insulation and vapor barrier were in place, I closed the walls with drywall panels. The order of these steps might not seem traditional, but I'm not a professional builder. This isn't a tutorial. It's simply how I chose to build it. The rooms started to define themselves. A bedroom, a bathroom, a living space. After installation came the slow part. Taping joints, applying compound, sanding, correcting, over and over. Progress at this stage isn't dramatic. It's gradual. But each pass removes a little more of the raw construction and reveals a little more of the final space. From exposed insulation to sealed walls, the interior was taking shape. One afternoon, work stopped on its own. A falcon landed on a nearby branch. It stayed long enough for me to notice something. The structure had been there for months. Long enough for nature to stop questioning it, long enough to accept it. Maybe that's when I realized this cabin was no longer temporary. Before winter arrived, I managed to paint the ceilings, have a working electrical system, and a finished bathroom. A final transformation before the cold settled in. Covering the surface above changed the light inside. The space felt calmer, softer. Then, winter came. And it came fully. Snow covered the road, the fields, the silence grew heavier. Access slowed down. The project paused, but it didn't stop. The cabin turned into a dark point in a white landscape. Some stages require waiting. When the first window of warmer weather opened, I returned to the walls. The preparation was already done. All it needed was primer. Then, the final color. Coat by coat, the raw surfaces disappeared. What used to be structure was becoming interior. Not just built, lived in. final step was simple. Removing the protective tape revealed the transitions between surfaces. When the paint had fully dried, I walked inside again. No dust, no exposed framing, no temporary solutions. Just space. What began as metal studs and insulation had become a space ready to be lived in. You might be wondering when the extension appeared. That story belongs to the next chapter. This one was about building from the inside out. Outside, the familiar visitors returned. This time, not alone. Seasons change, structures rise, and slowly, a place becomes part of the landscape.